Nasen Saadi is the criminology student who is standing trial for the murder of Amie Gray. Nasen is from Croydon in South London, and not only is he accused for the murder of Amie Gray, but he is also accused for the attempted murder of her friend Leanne Miles. Now, today, jurors got to hear how Nasen is 20 years old. He is attending Greenwich University, and he had actually been asking his lecturers questions about self defense, murder, and how long DNA stays behind. This prompted one of his lecturers to actually ask him the question as to whether or not he was actually planning a murder, and he didn't actually reply to that. The trial is being heard at Winchester Crown Court now. Jurors heard today how Amie and her friend Leanne, who was 38 at the time, were attacked while sitting beside a fire on a moonlit beach shortly before midnight. Now, the prosecutor has speculated that perhaps the reason he carried out this crime, because obviously we don't know the motive, was because he wanted to make women afraid, or that he just didn't like to see normal people engaging in a happy, normal, and social interaction between them. The jurors heard that Nason had, with purpose, slowly, stealthily, and quietly, when he thought no one would observe him, hovered over the edges of the promenade, then stepped onto the sand and walked directly towards both women with a knife in his hand. And continued saying that in a horrifying and savagery manner, with it being random, stabbed them both multiple times as they tried to escape or divert him from the other, and then he continued with his attack. The jurors then heard how he then fled the scene to avoid capture out of the street lights, out of the moonlight, where no one would be able to see him or even potentially identify him. Jurors were also informed that the accused murderer saw a slasher movie, and also in the days leading up to the attack, Nason had gone to the cinema to watch The Strangers Chapter 1, and this was described by the prosecutor as a slasher movie where the male and female leads both get stabbed. Nason is said to have also done research online about knives, and when he bought them, he also looked at the murder of Brianna Jai and her killers as well. And like every good unaliver, Nason did his research, and he researched why is it harder for killers to be caught if he does it in another town. He also looked at the merits of one weapon over another, swords over daggers, over knives, and which is the deadliest knife. He also did his research on the area of Bournemouth and the beach just to get an idea of the amount of visitors that went there and whether or not it was open through the night, whether there was places that people could go, which hotels accepted cash payments, and that kind of thing. When Nason had taken himself over to Bournemouth, the prosecution told the jurors that he actually went down to the promenade and Durley Chine and described what he could only describe as wrecking the area before he carried out the crimes. When searching Nason's home, the prosecutor said that the police had found a number of knives which showed his fascination with them, as well as latex gloves, torch, and a black balaclava. Although Nason has pled guilty to failing to provide his mobile phone code to police, he does deny the charges, and this trial will continue. And of course, I will keep you updated. Do make sure that you hit follow so you don't miss the updates on this trial or cases we're talking about. Make sure you hit subscribe and sub to my YouTube channel, After Dark Coffee and Crime, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.